I'm Nathan Hellman. I'm Head of Business Development for the Malta and Portugal office for the Dixcart Group. Dixcart is a 51-year-old generation company, and we specialize in corporate services. We have offices in 8 different jurisdictions around the world, and we're a family office. Malta, in essence, is a financial services center that caters to a global audience. All right. Now, from a European perspective, what makes Malta very unique is it's got a robust regulatory environment. When I say robust, as you know, Malta not so long ago was grey listed, but they've since pulled together with all the relative regulatory bodies, and they've managed to come out of the grey list as a result with a very competitive and strong regulatory environment. So from a funds perspective, with safeguarding taken into consideration, Malta presents itself as a very good jurisdiction from a reputational point of view, as well from a tax efficiency point of view. So when we look at all the benefits that are available for funded administrators in Malta, it lends to itself that it's a great jurisdiction from that perspective. So in Malta, particularly now if I look at the succession planning type of sphere, which is mainly where Dixcart in fact is involved with high net worth individuals that are looking to set up an efficient succession plan. Traditionally you have your trusts and your foundations. All right, this is your sort of tool that you use for succession planning. However, an alternative to this array would be your notified professional investor fund. What's nice about the notified professional investor fund is you can consolidate your assets in one roof, and you can have the possibility to diversify the relative asset classes. There's various tax benefits as well, like I mentioned before, in Maltese funds. So this lends to itself as well as why the notified professional investor fund can be a rather efficient structure to use for your high net worth individuals. And this is quite unique from a fund perspective within Europe. So if an investor or if a high net worth individual is looking to consolidate as well and safeguard it, we can happily assist with this sort of vehicle. So there's a multitude of funds that are available. We have closed-end funds. We have seeded funds as well, and seeded funds are particularly interesting for VC-type companies because seeded funds operate within the venture capital-based companies. Malta itself is an innovation hub at the moment. Dixcart, we work closely with Malta Enterprise, which promotes such initiatives and innovative companies. So the startup scene in Malta is generating a lot of traction. And in a sense, as a result, there's fantastic funds that you can have a selection of. So we also have limited partnerships as well. Limited partnerships is a structure of funds that's quite popular, I would say, so we can offer this sort of range of funds. And then we also have your real estate type of funds. So real estate funds, naturally Malta is a very good real estate sector based on the simple size of Malta being what it is. So in reality, the demand and supply ratio of properties is very much in the high demand for property. So from a property stability point of view, for investors that are very much looking for that conservative type of and sustainable developed property fund, we have those available as well in Malta. If you look at research and development based companies, tech companies particularly as well in the biotech space as well. In fact, a lot of the initiatives that are offered in Malta are very much directed at these type of companies. So these are essentially the companies that Malta is trying to attract. Malta, at the end of the day, is trying to establish itself as a micro test bed. Again, utilizing its size and its capabilities. These are the type of entities where it's mostly focusing on. Malta is a service-based economy, so it makes sense that technology-based companies can potentially thrive, even from a testing perspective as well. For relative data management that they require, Malta is in a prime position to offer those type of facilities. Because Malta is very much a service-based economy, you have the setup of companies such as Dixcart, where we have an array of different products and services that we can provide. Naturally, this way, when you look at company providers in Malta, most of them have the ability to assist clients on a multitude of different service offerings within the financial services industry. So from that perspective, a lot of companies have naturally a one-stop shop type of approach, which can then centralize a client's needs respectively in that sense. Malta has become very successful in seeding and pulling together clients from all over the world, and as a result, they've had to become very adaptable to various different jurisdictions and principles. This way, in Malta, from an evolution perspective, has very much gone in towards the digitalization of their products and services. So that way, making it a lot more efficient. So when we are dealing with our regulatory bodies, a lot of it now is done online, which makes things a lot more simplified and straightforward, as well as obviously administering and adhering to the relative regulatory conditions that are making sure that they are met essentially.